I mean, they are quite tough to handle. That's how we like them. Hello, welcome to Fishing Squad. Well, back again. It's about 12 days, 13 days since I was last here. It's got Jay with me.
Bad luck charm.
Yep. Taupe, expeller, whatever you want, jinx, all them words. We just got here, literally, it's tea time. So, tides are all wrong for any but ledger in. So we've just got a couple of rod each, plenty of sets of mackerel feathers, some leads. It's just a bait catching exercise. We're going to be blowing about big time tomorrow, so while the weather's still fishable with the feathers on this particular mark, try and get some bait fish for tomorrow's session. We'll probably be fishing a mark that we've sort of been fishing this year, or we have been fishing this year. We've done really well on us on it. We've never had a taupe. I haven't fished it since June, so it's just a backup taupe mark basically for us. But at least we know going on to there that we've got a chance of us if the taupe aren't there. So first job though, get some bait, see how we go. It'll just be a short clip in the video, this first session. I think I'm going to put them all in one video though, I always say that. If I change my mind mid-video, you know what I'm like.
Depends how fishing goes.
It depends how fishing goes, how many sections of video I get. If I get a lot of footage, I'll be doing more than one. But we'll bang up for it. We're going to give it a good shot with these mackerel. We've got probably three hours max of light. We're fishing in light. We'll probably be coming up just as it gets dark, so should be a nice evening anyway. We've got a couple of beers each in the bag just to enjoy the scenery and just have a relax. If we do struggle for bait, we'll be back down there again tomorrow, fishing it in a 25-mile-an-hour wind. So with 6-ounce leads on. Yeah, so we need to make tonight count. But it's hard sometimes when you work and stuff, and you know Jay's got his daughter. It can be stressful, can't it? And then you get here, you know, you want to fish all serious, and then you get here, and it's like it's just nice to be here sometimes. But I do think we are due some taupe, so we'll see how we get on. I think the first serious session on the taupe will not be the one tomorrow, but you never know. You know, we're going to have a go. We'll give it 110%. We'll really fancy Friday and Saturday, so we'll just have to see how we get on, like I say. So yeah, I'll stop babbling. Let's get some fishing done. Predicted third cast fish. Jay's got his first ever garfish. It's a nice one, that's bait. Oh, so nice one, Jay. Get in. First ever one. We'll get a decent picture with that.
When I get it off.
Yeah. It's been a slow start, guys. Jay had a garfish on his third cast. He predicted third cast. I predicted my fifth cast. I've had about 20 and had nothing. I've got a fresh wind on our right cheek. We're going to keep going, obviously. So it's not a bad start really. At least we caught something. That garfish will do 3 baits on us tomorrow. So right guys, well, we've got a bit of sun now. I'm blanking. Jay's had 6 mackerel and a garfish. So he's saved tomorrow for sure. Oh, they're big then, mackerel, aren't they? Them two that you had on last?
Last two are massive.
Massive, nice one. Let's have a look. I'll just spin it round. He's quite happy because he's had a species they don't add in a garfish, and he's had 6 mackerel as well, which is saved my bacon because I'm struggling. It's crazy, isn't it? Stood at the side of someone, some amateur here, and so, I was joking. No, he saved my bacon big time. His first mackerel he's had this year as well, because he come down at Stag Do. He hasn't managed to get through since. I'm pleased for him. I'm pleased, obviously, we're going to get a session in tomorrow as well. We've got 1 frozen mackerel in freezer, but we're going to have a few more casts off here before it gets dark. It's about 6:15 at night. I'll spin you around so you can see these mackerel. There they are, that one at the back. It's a beastie, that one. Yeah. Proper autumn mackerel. So, we're happy with that. Very happy. More like it, guys. I've got 95, almost dropped down there. He's going to get in. Have a bit of a cheer, Jay. Yay! Ended up with 17 mackerel so far and a garfish. It's just starting to, well, sun's just starting to go down. It's still relatively high, it's just gone behind a cloud. We've got probably a good hour and a good light, I'd say. It shows you how quick things can change around, doesn't it? I was despondent, and then Jay got 4 on, and then he got another 2. And obviously when you're not catching fish yourself, you get a bit sort of confidence levels just gone. Yeah. I managed to pull it back with some mackerel myself, so delighted, we're delighted, you know. We take what we need, you know, we don't go mad, we don't overdo it. Every single one of these mackerel will be used. It's about, we're here to catch tope, aren't we, so we've got to go for it. You're best off catching it yourself, pressure on local tackle shops and stuff, aren't you? Because that's where there's a demand then, put on trawlers and all that type of thing. You know somewhere where you can get them yourself, I don't agree with these people that slate people catching a lot of mackerel and keeping a lot of mackerel. Not by rod and line, I don't. Yeah. So when you're hoovering up a couple of tons of them that I've got a problem with. Do you know what I mean? So yeah, get in, good start. If not much else happens, the video will be for the first session on legend baits tomorrow. If we do get some more, there'll be another snippet. Thank you. Right, well, it's just starting to get dark. We're going to get packed up. We've had a few more mackerel. Probably end up with about 20 odd, under 25, between 20 to 25. It's been brilliant at the end. It just shows you, doesn't it, how things can change quickly. We were like really sort of despondent, weren't we? For a spell. Jay caught a garfish on third cast and went nothing for an hour or so. Then they just started turning up. And the big mackerel, these, really big mackerel. One in particular. I'm just going to spin it around and show you. It's getting a bit dark. Sue, that's for you, love. Yeah, we've got a load there.
Get you something on.
Yeah, we'll get that one filleted off when we get back up. So we can't do it down here because these two have not got a knife for me. We'll fillet that one off because that's a nice mackerel, that one. It's about 40 centimetres, maybe a bit longer. Yeah.
We'll bring remains back down to tomorrow. Yeah,
we'll bring remains back down. We'll fillet it off when we get back up. Put it in freeze and then we'll bring remains back down to go in. So nothing gets wasted as well. No, we don't like wasting food. Well, it's been an awesome session at the end. It really has.
It picked up massively.
It literally it went to plan more or less. You know, we struggled to start with, but then we got everything caught that we needed to catch. We've just been able to chill out. It's been lovely evening. I don't know if the weather's going to pick up how it's forecast, but like I say, the next section of this video will be on a mark. We'll be on a mark fishing, so it'll be like tomorrow. I'm sure it'll be lashing down rain. We're anticipating, but we might be wrong. We'll see. We're not going to get up too early or anything like that. We're going to have a steady night tonight, probably have a couple of beers, and then we're like man at it then, 110%. Probably good rock mark, a sheltered rock mark tomorrow. That's a good husk mark, and then maybe maybe hit Whistling Sands. But we might get a surprise tomorrow. You never know. We might get a tope. You never know, do you? On this mark, I've never used fresh mackerel before, so we'll see. No, we've never really tried for tope either, so not as such. I did put some wire traces out like before, but I just got those in one of the sessions I had on there. But you know, we've put the hard work in. We've made rigs, which we'll show you tomorrow. We've got fresh bait, all the gear. We just need to have some idea.
We
just need to catch some fish, don't we? It's gone to plan so far, and it gives you a lot of confidence when it does go to plan. So fingers crossed. Let's have it. Scores?
25 mackerel and a garfish.
26 mackerel, including the big one that was safe for us to do.
No, that's what I've counted.
Oh, you've counted them?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
No worries, nice one. Not a bad little set.
Got a nice bait there.
Yeah, that'll do us for 2 days, that. Definitely.
Just make sure there's no else.
It's got a bit dark now, hasn't it?
Yeah.
Right, we're off back up, guys. Alright, we'll catch you in the next session, which will be on this video, like I keep saying. Turned out too bad, that, has it? Fisherman's breakfast. Soak up a bit of carling up with last night. It's 8:15 in the morning. We're going to be fishing what I call the new mark. It's a new mark to us this year. So, gets it out at wind. We've got a chance of a taupe off there. It's primarily a huss mark. I've had congers off there as well. Not had taupe off there, but there's a chance, isn't there? When you've got fresh bait, big baits, it's deep enough. You know, it's a good enough mark to be getting them really. So I'm going to eat this, then we'll go out to the garage and I'll show you what rigs we're using, because I've modified some bits on my running ledger rig. I'd like to share it with you. So, yeah. Crack on and get this down me, and then we'll go out to the garage and we'll show you rigs. Here's look, the Garfish Prince. You want to hurt it to JJ? You want to get a taupe out, what, mate? You want a coffee? Yeah. Good, because I've got you one. Right, so the rig we're using today, it's basically a running ledger rig, but it's not running.
Your dad's rig, but...
My dad's rig, but we've made some alterations to it, haven't we?
Bit of Billy's.
We'll mention Billy. You know Billy's fishing on YouTube. Come across a video of his that he's just recently put out there about the South African big game rig, and I thought I could upgrade like my dad's running ledger rig with a few ideas of his. It's not exactly a carbon copy of Billy's. I'm just going to move the camera down a bit so you can see. It's not exactly a carbon copy of Billy's rig, but it's very similar. We'll just put my twist on from what I was taught by my dad, sort of thing. I just tried to improve my dad's rig a bit for casting mainly. So we've got probably 4 foot length of, this happens to be £200 mono. I don't usually go this heavy for the rig body, but it's just what we had left. It's Rovex, I think, 10 times stronger, whatever. And we've got an old bright knot on top wire. I know people are a bit controversial about using super glue, but I did put a dab on just to make sure that this knot doesn't slip. I don't think it will slip. Then we've got a 10 Kyoki circle to a knotless lot, but I'm not bothered whether we use circles, O'Shaughnessy. I've just got a load of hook patterns I've been experimenting with that I've used up. I've got Kyoki J hooks, I've got Kyoki circles, I've got O'Shaughnessy hooks. We'll just use them up. So yeah, so that's like what your wire's attached with an old bright knot. It's about a foot of wire. And there's 2 stop knots on the £200 line that trap your lead in place when you cast. It does help support everything when you cast. And your hook length, well, sorry, the weight length off this swivel, whereas the running swivel on my dad's rig, it needs to be longer than your hook snood. So then you run it down. I use £50. I've put £50 line on this. Some people use stronger, but we're fishing rough ground. I'm not bothered if I lose the lot there, but I've put a weak link on that with another swivel, if you see. On the lead, obviously, there's a bait clip as well. This then enables you to clip this rig down. You just hold rig up at the top, Jay. This then enables you to, do you want to come a bit closer? This then enables you to clip this rig down, so your hook snood's going to be tight when you cast, taking the shock of your cast, and the clip's going to be on your hook like that. So in theory now, that's as streamlined as you're going to get this rig to cast. When it's the water, it should release. Obviously, on impacts with water, it will release. I'm just hoping that it doesn't tangle up. But that's what today's going to be an opportunity to test it. If we do find that it does tangle up, that swivel, we'll just put a short length of rotten bottom on it and go back to the old way. But we've got to give it a go. You know, that was a poor example, really, what I just showed you. But it's hard, isn't it? You know, we're doing it mid-air.
When it sits in water.
When it sits in water, I think that'll separate off fine.
To be fair, when we did the rigs at home,
yeah, they were fine, weren't they?
when you bank weight,
yeah,
come straight off.
Fine, fine. Yeah, we'll try again. It's quite a beastie bait clip. If we have got some Gemini bait clips. These hooks are a bit thick to go in that, but we have got some with finer wire up. They'll probably fit straight into a Gemini splashdown. One thing is with this. These bait clips from Gemini, the large ones, you know, the standard metal ones, they're a lot cheaper than your splashdowns. When you're fishing rough ground, you don't just want to be chucking money into sea all the time, do you? Like, the splashdowns are expensive, aren't they? You get like 5 for £3. Let's try again. Impact. That's better. Right. Right. It works, hopefully. So I think this will work quite well. I really do. It'll definitely cast better. You know, we've got a bit of blustery wind, so you want that bit of power, don't you, just to cut through that. So what I've noticed with the other rig, sometimes if it's a bit breezy and you do try and put a bit of beast into it, because your rig just flies around all over the place a bit, it can tangle your multiplier up. So yeah, well that's what we're going to be doing. On this hook, it'll just be half a mackerel head, tail section, body section, whatever, you know, there's several sections you can use. With a single hook, you don't need to be messing about with bait elastic. Well, I don't think you do. Not with fresh mackerel, you don't. We have got some that are pennel styled as well, so which we will be messing about with bait elastic with them. So yeah, we'll see you at the mark. Look, touch wood, I'm going to curse myself now. Touch wood, I'm touching the wooden bench. They've got the rein wrong for this tip, but it looks threatening. It looks threatening. Just inland a bit, because this finger just sticks out into Irish Sea. But when I look inland, there is some grey cloud. It looks like it's raining. It's gone. Does it? It looks clear from where winds coming, Jay said. So I think it might have just skimmed us. Fingers crossed.
Like it turns to a decent basement, don't it?
Yeah. Yeah, well, as long as we get some fishing in and get a couple of fish out, we'll be happy. So yeah, let's see how we get on. We're going to have 2 rods out each, and just take it from there, innit? So let's have it. It'd be really good if we could something positive, really positive happen, wouldn't it, today? So we'll see you at the mark. Rods are out. Lights over here. Jay's 2 are there. Just like Jay used my old beach casters, but one of them, a bit of a modification to it today to tighten it up a bit. I've re-rung this one. It's not the best, but it's had some good fish and all. It's got a bit of holding a tube up to it there. Made a really lovely, nice, neat job. Just a bit of a grip in it. He's got 2 Abu 7000s on his standard 12-foot beach casters. Well, I think the one on the right might be 13. Both can cast 4 to 8 ounce. And obviously I've got 2 Slosh 30s and my 2 Tronics Pro Gorilla Surf rods. They can cast up to about 7.5 ounce. A couple of, this is like literally the first bait up. I've had a couple, Jay's just had a jerky bite on one of his rods, possibly a doggy, but it's got a 10 out circle on it. I mean, you know, we're all out for bigger fish really. That looked like it jerked again a bit, didn't it, that round rod? I'm getting a little bit of a judder up right hand rod as well. I might pick it up actually and just see if there's something on it. We'll have a look. It's a bit hard to film, guys, you know, we'll get footage. We'll get better footage on the next 2 sessions or so. It's just, we've got wind and rain together. It turned up the rain eventually. It's not too bad though, it could be worse. It could be worse. So we'll see how we get on. Sound might not be very good either, but I will play the video back when I'm editing it and try and make sure it's good, sound wise. Well, it's absolutely fiddled it down. We are absolutely great. No bites yet. Been here about 2 hours.
2
hours. Yeah, spin you around, show you Jay. Nice and dry, Jay.
Yeah, loving it.
It's absolutely drench. We'll keep at it, rods are still out, so not much has happened at all. But you know, if nothing happens, I probably won't be in much footage until we get back to Stinglow, because it's absolutely belted it now. You know. So that bit of finger that sticks out to Irish Sea, we caught the rain in the end. Fingers crossed at least we'll get it up now. We're going to keep at it. Yeah, we're going to keep at it. I don't bother with, as you can see, I don't bother bringing my waterproofs down unless it's winter. See how we get on anyway.
Not worth the meat.
Right guys, let's talk anything. So far that put last bait out. Who's going to show you how bad we've had it today? The rain has actually stopped, more or less. I think the wind started easing already. I think we're going to go back up, get dried, dry all these clothes out, put some clean on, make a chum for tomorrow, tie some beach rigs up for tonight and hit Whistling Sands for a couple of hours with some mackerel, like small mackerel baits on flapper rigs. Probably just take a rod each or 2 rods each or whatever. It's like the wind's going to stop, the wind's going to ease, spin round to the north. We'll be on Whistling Sands northerly, but it's not going to be like bad and swollen. to see if we can catch a few fish today. I've only got one rod out at the moment. I've got a full mackerel on it. Jay's still got 2 hours left him out for quite a bit. Tough conditions, we'll just give it a go. Probably a bit amateurish not having any waterproofs, but it is what it is. We know what's coming tomorrow and Saturday, don't we? You know, we just have the bare wheels, really.
Come down here, possibly Friday instead.
Yeah, basically. That's our excuse. It's an us session all of a sudden. We're blanking on deals. We're never going to be a taupe session, was it, Jay? Yeah, if no else happens, which I doubt something will happen, that's it basically, till probably Whistling Sands later, I'd say. Yeah, we're absolutely soaked. But it's not too cold, that's why I didn't bring any more, because I thought we'd get away with it. And we probably have just about, in terms of not being frozen anyway. It's all, it's all good fun, Jay, though, isn't it, mate? It's all good fun. We've enjoyed it. We've sat here just getting drenched. It's what I was saying. I said, there's one thing catching fish and being drenched and peed wet through. There's another thing blanking and just getting drenched, isn't there, you know? So we'd have fished it down to low, and then we'll be knocking on head, like I say. About another 20 minutes and we're done. Oh, still at Whistling. Apparently Jay's claiming this is the same session as Whistling Sands, so we haven't blanked yet. So we'll see you on the beach if nothing else happens. Right, so we're just getting ready for the session on the beach. We've finally dried out. One of the rigs we're going to be using tonight is a tuck flapper rig. It's about, got about 5 foot of 50-pound line. I've mounted 2 snoods onto it with beads trapped between 2 stop knots. 18-pound hook length, a little bit of bling, and a 1/0 hook. I'm just going to be using mackerel strip. That other rod, we're going to fish with 2 rods. On the other rod, we're going to fish just a standard pulley rig. I don't know if it'll be pennel yet. I think I've got some made up. I'm not sure if they're pennel. I think they're just single hooked. So we're just going to go into all out with mackerel. We're just literally just fishing for some fish because we want to get them rods bending. Because obviously we've had a bit of a crap session earlier.
Which were expected.
It were expected, I suppose, but we were obviously hopeful that something had happened to have changed our fortunes, but probably a bit ill prepared in terms of the clothing that we use, but we weren't expecting much anyway today in terms of, we just hoped, you know. I know obviously video my enthusiasm level might have been sky high, but
it's more for tomorrow, isn't it?
Yeah, it's more for tomorrow. So we've got a couple of mackerel, we've only got some 3-ounce grippers. The wind's, it's mad, the wind just dropped. Basically, we packed up on that other mark, we got to the top of the cliff and the wind had just...
It's like 0 mile an hour now,
0 mile an hour now, yeah.
Not even moving a blade of grass.
So, you know, it is going to swing around to north. Strangely enough, Whistling Sands faces northwest. So, we're probably going to get...
blown off at beach.
Blown off at beach, yeah. But hopefully, as long as it doesn't rain. It's the thing, innit? If you get wind and rain together, it's awful.
Famous words, you've got to be in it to win it.
Yeah, you've got to be in it to win it and all that. So, we will keep on, guys, basically.
This time next year, Carlos, we're going to be open airs.
We're going to be open airs, yeah. So we'll get on Whistling Sands, get the rods out. We've only got taking some old gear down, a couple of old beach casters of mine. Well, one of them's a really old beach caster. I'm just going to fish with fixed spool reels.
One's a really old reel as well.
Yeah, one's a really old reel as well, yeah. But they do the same as what they did.
From 60s or something.
They do the same as what they did in the 70s or however long ago it was. They catch fish. And that's what's important. So yeah, we'll see you at the beach. Right, we're at Whistling Sands. We're just going to have a quick look at the beach. Then we'll go get gear out. We've got a bit of weed on beach. Smallish tide. They're increasing tomorrow. A bit bigger.
Calm, though, isn't it?
Nice and calm. It's going to be a nice, quiet evening. The wind has dropped. I'm saying it's dropped. We've still got a southwest wind basically from what we had earlier. I can just feel it on my back. But the beach itself, this weed ain't going to cause any trouble because there's no swell at all. Probably go in middle of the beach, I reckon.
I was going to say, don't be too bad now. I can get a bit of a shelter from that breeze.
Yeah, get it middle of the beach. We may get I want a specimen, you know, I want to get a turbot basically to start with, and then we'll take it from there. There's a rock there, it's just a rock. That's alright, yeah. it's nice and calm. I don't think the wind got up to the speed that's forecast. I think we could have got on some of the better rock marks today, but you know, we've gone with safety and all that and what we're easiest, and it's probably backfired a bit, but you know, things could change tonight.
Safety, like.
Safety, definitely, yeah, with rain and all that, yeah.
I don't know about safety.
So, right, we're going to get up, gear out car, and we'll make our way down onto the beach and fish in the beach.
Fishing spots.
Right, so I just painted up my pulley rig. It's got a, I think it's a 3 or 4 row hook. Just put a bit of mackerel strip on, a bit of elastic into a Trident rotor bait clip. Standard pulley rig. Fairly long, if anyone knows me. I don't usually use this long stuff. I usually use fairly short hook snoods, especially anyway, bike tracers. So I'm going to cast that out, and then we'll get the tilt flapper rig set up, which will just be getting mackerel small strips on a 1.0. That might actually be a 1.0 actually, I'm looking at it. No, it's a 3.0, at least a 3.0 that, yeah. Yeah, we've still got a bit of rain in the air, but it is a lot more comfortable than the rock session earlier. The rig's probably aimed at targeting turbot, 1.0 hook, piece of mackerel strip. I'm not even going to elasticate it up, see how fresh that is. Jay's got the same setup on, he's just inside of me. So, yeah, I didn't even put any elastic on that bait foot flapper rig. It's fresh mackerel still, isn't it? It's quite tough. I just hook it through once. If we don't get hooking it through once, I'll slide it down and shank it up with a bit of elastic like. But that basically that with a gentle cast, it's quite a deadly bait that, to be fair. You know, it hangs naturally in the tide. It's just obviously hitched on with a hook, but it flaps about like a little sand eel or sprat or whatever. So it's a lovely evening, far more comfortable. I think the rain's about easing off. We're going to get some weather coming from this direction at some point tonight, so it might cool down, but it's going to be dry. So fingers crossed, it brings some fishing with it. It's not going to be anything too spectacular, right? Jay's just casting out his other rod now. Trying to work out how to use that 1960s reel, aren't you?
I think I've got it.
It's alright, mate. Nice one. Show reel. I got this off Marketplace, this reel. Come loaded with about £20 light. It's a Mitchell Garcia. It's absolutely Garcia Mitchell, sorry, yeah. So ancient. Doing this. Ancient, basically. Look at the rod. Look at the rod with the inner tube on. Hopefully we'll catch something, like I say. It'd be nice to see him just have a doggy fest for a couple of hours. We're not going to be out too late, so we're up at the crack of bird shit in the morning to get out and get back on the tote. Well, try to get back on the tote. It's a lovely evening down here, like I keep saying. It's a beautiful place down here. I love it down here, you know. Really do. Right, well, bait's coming back untouched at a minute. Probably going to give it an hour into darkness. But literally, we're just on about it, and like, final analysis today is we've had a shit day. I can't even try and make out as though it's something good, or even try and use better language than that. We're thinking the wind. It'll pay off tomorrow, hopefully. Look, it's great being out. It really is fantastic. But it's a bit of a shame when marks that we've been able to catch fish on before are letting us down.
Yeah, not catching now.
I mean, tides aren't brilliant at the minute, don't get me wrong, they're not. Not for these beaches and stuff, they're not at all, but...
Weather's not as like been playing ball now.
Weather's been shocking. We've still got rain, it's still raining. It's raining Carling. But it's just not at all. You know, we need a fast change. We will catch fish tomorrow. We know we'll catch fish tomorrow and Saturday, but it's been
definitely catch on it tomorrow.
We've tried to make it happen today with something, you know. And it just happened. I've just my pulley rig a minute ago. I watched it line. It come towards me like I had a slack liner. Struck into it, I'm going, it don't feel like a doggy, Jay. I'm getting all excited. It was piece of bloody weed. I've got it out.
Weed fish.
I've got it out about 120 yards off at beach, and I got really excited because I didn't have that dodgy weight you get with a doggy that does something fine. It felt like, I think I'm trying to say a
I'd
piece.
take a doggy now.
I think a piece of weed had more fight to it than a doggy.
I'd take a doggy at a minute.
And the frustrating thing is, this beach usually in autumn, look, literally, it still could change around on here. Might just need light just to dim just a little bit at dusk. I reckon if we stick it out till dusk, we want the rain to stop. We do.
I think it will now.
You know, we both bought about 3 changes of clothes. We've got one change that's absolutely. I'm not kidding you. There must be a stone of water on both of them.
All draining.
We're just draining them out in bungalow on area. I'm having to like mop the floor as the draining.
This is my second hoodie getting soaked as well.
Yeah, same here.
I think that weather's going to turn though. Mate,
The weather's definitely going to turn. We're just
starting to brighten up here now.
It's something I'll spin you around to show you the weather. What Jay?
It's all broke. All clouds in front of us here. All started to break. That were all black a minute ago.
Yeah. We think our weather's coming from kind of like there.
So not be a bad thing.
If you look, it looks bright over there and look above us. That's the grey. That's why it's still raining. And it's nice and bright out there. It's going to be nice and dry tomorrow. Might put some clothes up the line in a bit. Get up in the morning. Get them dry. Yeah, if nothing else happens, I'm not going to go on with this session too much, to be honest with you. You know, if we start getting fish, we'll film it, but if not...
We're not on a win, want it to try and get a few.
Yeah, we've got to go. You know, if something happens, we'll put it on camera. If it don't, let's pan you around just so you can see the beach. It's absolutely a beautiful beach. We're comfy as anything, even though we've got some drizzle. It's lovely, it's peaceful, it's fairly quiet. You know, rods are out.
I'd recommend fishing it any night.
Yeah. You know, and by the way, if anybody is familiar with this beach, you know, you don't fish it much or don't fish it. Never get heartbroken if you blank on here, because most of the time you catch fish on here, even if it's just dogfish. So, yeah. Hopefully we'll back where fish on from this section. If not, we'll be on the deep water at Rock Mark in the morning. We're back again. We've caught nothing. I just thought I'd put the sunset on. I said say if anything else happens, I'll be back on. We've actually got some sunset on the horizon over there. It looks absolutely beautiful. I did have a dogfish bite earlier, about an hour ago. Struck into nothing.
We've been soaked wet through.
We've been soaked wet through today. We've been soaked again.
Temperature's dropping again.
Temperature's dropped. The wind's just definitely coming from the north now.
100% it is, yeah. Straight in front of our face now.
These are the last bait up, so we'll get back up to the bungalow after this, and then
That's the go main 2 days.
go straight on the main 2 days for some topies.
Which was technically the plan anyway.
It was technically.
We weren't supposed to come till tonight.
Jay's just trying to make it not sound like a crap session.
We wasn't supposed to be coming till tonight anyway.
No, we weren't.
We got ahead on the bait.
Yeah, obviously. It was just a bait expedition, that's what we've been doing for the last
2 days.
The last 48 hours or however long, 24 hours. It was just a bait expedition, guys,
Well,
you know what I mean?
We got ahead on bait, didn't we?
No, we just thought we'd sample weather today, see how wet you could get without any waterproofs and stuff.
See how long it takes me to got like a fag.
Yeah, when his pack of fags are soaking wet.
Just about when it's smoke all 20.
We've caught sod all today, but we've had a right good laugh. And when you finish your day with that, that's living, isn't it, that, guys, eh? That is living.
So Jake could do 10 degrees higher, like.
Yeah, temperature. Jay's a bit fussy. You look like 5 degrees with an oval in your face.
5 degrees? -6. Some soak went through.
Yeah. Yeah, we're going to head back up, get some food, go to bed, get up, be bang at it tomorrow. 110%, there'll be no messing about at all. Alright, good morning, guys. Well, we might as well keep the theme going with breakfast, haven't we? Just cooking some food, just got Jay up. I've been up since 2:30. I've got soap fever, I think. Just spin you around. I mean, as far as fishing has been, it's not been very good, has it, so far? Well, I'm marks with Cho's other than first mark, which is where we're going today. So, we'll see how we get on. Yeah, it's first proper day at it today. We didn't get rained off, you know, but we're total committed yesterday and just got drenched. But yeah. So I've been up since 2:30. I just couldn't sleep. So I ended up getting Jay up at 5. Plan was to get up at 6. So I've got a lot of stuff ready in garage, ready for today's session. And basically, gonna have some food, hit the mark. So fingers crossed today, honestly. I feel it today. I really do feel it, Jay. I'm feeling it. Yeah, I needed to feel it, you know.
Stuff ready, don't say if I get a toe plan, it's your toe.
Yeah.
I usually do.
No.
I got a whole bag ready, so it's my toe.
Yeah. No, it's not that. I'm feeling it, guys, today. I might be chatting bubbles, I don't know. We'll see, but I am feeling it. I really am. Look, it's the best chance we're going to have today and tomorrow, so just look, we'll not come back and talk about these words till we're on the way home tomorrow night, but I'm feeling it. Right, good morning. I've just put one rod out. It's not quite the stage of tide that we like, but we should be able to hold bottom for a bit, so I've put a full mackerel on it with a good cast as well.
Hot money, surely.
Hot money, so we're just trying a chance to an early run in tide, if you like. Got 2 hours before top at tide, and then it's going to be ebbing out, so we're going to tack up feathering rods up and just leave that out. We'll probably leave it out for a couple of hours that bait. If as long as the rig's holding bottom, we'll be happy. So, fingers crossed, guys. Lovely morning. Looks beautiful, that backdrop in the background of the sky. So hope the fish turn up today. Put another bait out on this rod that we've cast out early in tide. I've had 6 fresh mackerels, put fresh mackerel on it, and I've had 3 pollock. Just waiting for Jay to catch something out with Jay. Yeah. So we're going to put it onto that rig that we discussed earlier on in the video, where you end up with it mounted onto your weight. You can use a splashdown if you've got fine wire hook. I've got some splashdown, so I'm going to use this one. I'm happy using whatever bait clip we've got, really, though. But if it's a fine hook, obviously these always work best, don't they? But like I said before, they're quite expensive. So we're going to wang this out. If it's still holding bottom, fine, we'll just carry on with it through till we get to the appropriate stage of tide that we want to fish on the bottom. So I've just chopped up some the mackerel we got in the first session, because obviously we hadn't had to use it. Well, what happened was yesterday we defrosted it when we were fishing. We didn't use it. Yeah, we took it on 2 sessions. It's gone a bit slushy, if you like, because we put it back in the freezer. So this is going to go in tide now to try and attract a taupe, or well, a taupe basically. Yeah. I'm going to say Ursul or Congas. We haven't come for Ursul and Congas, have we? We're going to try and get a taupe in the area. I believe it does work. This it certainly doesn't. It certainly can't do any harm. Do you know what I mean? We're starting nice as an early tide. If we carry on holding bottom how we are, we'll be putting another 3 rods out in a bit. So we'll just see how we get on. Had a good start on mackerel. So let's get this in tide and get everything in full swing for these 2. Yeah, Jay's just putting his second bait on now. Nice half a mackerel, tail section. He's got 2 rods. Well, he's just putting his second rod out now. He's got 1 rod out already, and I've got 2 out over here. Not much has happened so far. We're all out attack. Feeling confident-ish. On Jay's rods, I've put the 2 Abu 7000s on. Decent reels, they really are. You know, we've got a lot there. Value fishing. You know, amongst anglers still. We've got a lot of still hold with quite a bit of high regard. It's a so bait bust. You know, I picked this one up for 20 quid. All it needed was a new handle. I already had one off a spare Abu 7. I had a bit of slacking. Off an Abu 7, so yeah. Good reels. Cast well. He hasn't got a shock leader on with either of them. Just got 45-pound line straight through. They hold quite a lot of line. Obviously we're not power casters, but you know, it just keeps it easier for Jay, sort of thing. And that's still new to multipliers and all that type of thing. Just spin you around. still new to multipliers, but the thing is, it just keeps it simple for him.
Keeps it simple for a simple person.
But he's doing all right with him though. He has done well with him, you know. And if you do bird's nest with a 45-pound line, you can get it out easy. So it's all good. Yeah, I thought it was. I mean, I can cast even with 45-pound. I'm not a big caster by any means, you know. I can give it a good chuck, but I can cast them reels pretty well as well, even with 45-pound line on. I don't get much further with my setup, which I've got 30-pound line and a 70-pound leader. So. It's alright that, Jay, don't worry about that. See what? That's where I was it just come across, didn't it, a bit then, that wave. Better conditions than what we had yesterday anyway. We haven't really had a bite yet. We had a couple of... had a little knock a minute ago. And Jay just had a little knock on one of his rods as well. It could be tide run or just a conger picking it up and going into an hole or something, we don't know. Wasn't worth striking on. So, the sun hasn't made much of an appearance so far. It's behind some clouds, which I'm not complaining about. So I don't really like bottom fishing in bright conditions. So, I just hope we have to catch something to show you, I really do. I'm desperate. Right, so, bit of an update. Jay's just lost a huss. Definitely a huss spat. He had it on for a bit and it just spat the hook. Time well. There's still 11:30, 12:30, 1:30. Still 3.5 hours before low, so we've got loads of time still here. You know, I've had a dodgy bite as well before that.
Yeah, you say this is my fish because you'll bait it.
Yeah.
I'm not going into him. Mr. Bill Boss.
Yeah. So we've had a nice bit of a practice with these reels, with these slosh 30s. In fact, I burnt my thumb. I cast that far, burnt my thumb. Seem to be getting it. These rigs that we're using, they seem to be cast better than a pulley rig. Even though they're quite long. Once you hook your weight onto the hook, hook your weight onto the hook length, it seems to be able to get some power behind it. So, but having to like use a rotten bottom, I've never used rotten bottoms. I just use a weak link line usually. But we haven't lost any gear yet either. Which is very good. We just need some fish to show. The sun's broke through. Nothing else to update. A couple hours before low now. Just waiting for a fish or two. It's red up when the sun comes out. It's drying the rocks out lovely. The rain we had yesterday, and we had a really heavy dew on the grass on the bank behind us. It made the rocks a bit greasy. Left hand rod's got full mackerel with its head and tail just slightly nipped off. Right hand rod's got a mackerel on. Single fancy. I'm getting a bit of a bite on the right hand rod. I've just been getting a bit of interest on it. Yeah, there's a bit of tide rip as well. Nowhere near what we had. Oh, we had a bit of a tide. Like, really, the current just picked up and went sort of left a minute ago. It's calmed back down again now. Nearly skittled rods out, rod rests. Had to reel them in for 10 minutes. Oh, yeah, we're just waiting still waiting, guys. I'll spin you around. Still waiting. Well, that first tope of the still got the rest of today. We've still got tomorrow. We've got loads of time left. Fingers crossed. Jesus caught. Well, PB small conger. Boom, you're alright, lift. It's only a small one.
My first conger this year, that, isn't it?
Yeah, we caught it on that rig as well.
That flappy one?
Yeah, on the
Oh, Billy's rig.
yeah,
Billy's last with your dad.
but it has twisted up a bit. It's only a small one. We're getting put back, try and get something else. But at least we're not blanking out bottom, I suppose. Are we recording?
Yeah.
Right, yeah, just had a huss. Only a small one, about £6. We're going to put back, see if we can get something else. Right, nice huss. It's a big one. I ain't got my scales aren't working. It's bleeding a bit, unfortunately.
It's very lively.
The hook were quite in deep, and I've had to just get it out. But it's a really nice huss, really nice one. We're going to put back, try and get some more. Well, two. Nice.
Oh.
Not drop there. I'm going to release the nice ones. Obviously, she's been out of water a bit. Swimming off.
None, hasn't it?
There you go. Yeah, right, just come on, son. Yeah, it might not look too pretty with that horse, but when it's gill, the barb was in its gill, I pulled it out. It's bleeding a bit. Reality of the fishing is, it happens sometimes, doesn't it?
And it beats it going back with two hooks.
Yeah, it beats it going back with a couple of hooks in it. Nice, just that way, good £10 at least. I think it was 15 me.
Don't start, please.
So,
Cut my bait while I've been helping you.
yeah, obviously, I want to make a point on camera there. I could have just made out as overducked it fine and not a problem. I want to make a point on camera. You just need to handle them confidently and firmly. And yeah, it's not been, suddenly it's a bit of a better session for some. So, see how we get on now. So, yeah, a bit disappointed she went back bleeding, to be honest with you, but I'd rather go back bleeding than have nooking her. She only gave a delicate bite like that. I just reeled in for a bait change and she were on already. So, yeah, not a bad horse. Familiar sight, Jay, isn't it? Hey? Gear all packed away, huss and congers, and mackerel, that's it. Did really well at mackerel, I didn't get any footage.
Got a couple of polyps as well, didn't you?
Oh yeah. But familiar sight, so we're gonna go. What you do when you have a session like this on top is you go back, spin you around. You go back up, you dump all gear in garage, then you
Go for a nice big kebab.
have a quick wash, go to Bethel and get the fattest kebab you can find. It's not going to help if you only get a small kebab. You need to get the biggest one you can find. And then we'll get back to bungalow, we'll crate a beer, we'll have a regroup, we'll tie some more rigs up and get everything ready for tomorrow, and we'll have another go tomorrow. So
if that fails,
it fails again, same old story.
Good.
Yeah. So really enjoyed it though today. It's been a good session. Weather has been glorious in the end. Don't even look like the same day. We've had some right good banter.
Your dad's mate come down.
Yeah, dad's mate come down. What we're gonna say? We've had some lovely weather. It doesn't even on the video. You'll think it's like not even the same day on some sections of it, from like yesterday to today, even yesterday evening. You know.
Even when we first come down.
Yeah. So we're gonna be back out again at first light. Or we might come out in darkness. I don't know yet. We'll see what happens. We'll just put a plan together again and get back on the old taupe horse.
Yeah, don't be trying to go to 2 o'clock in the morning again.
No, I don't think. I think I might think twice again out of bed at 2. Good morning. Well, we didn't really bother with breakfast this morning. I got up a bit later. I actually feel nicely recharged.
Oh, definitely.
Got to drive home later, so you know.
It's the last crusade.
Let's go on this adventure. It's been a bit poor on bottom, really. Especially the other day when it was raining. I thought we'd at least got a couple of hooks out. But we'll see what we can get today. We'll get a bit more footage of some mackerel, hopefully. going to fish a different ledge today. It's my favourite mark. We'll see how we get on.
Definitely aloes.
Yeah. So, taupe fever seems to have died down, to be honest with you.
Good all turn.
Yeah, it could all turn. So,
one between us would be nice, wouldn't
it? Yeah. Let's see how we get on in it this morning. It's a better tide today though. Got a nice crisp morning. We have had a bit of rainfall last night and this morning that it wasn't forecast.
Surprise, surprise.
Surprise, surprise. So we're going to get down, it's high tide, get feathers on, get some fresh bait. We've got a bit of frozen, a bit of old stuff from yesterday to make a bit of a chum or whatever you want to call it, just to feed some in. Get a bit of sensing water, then we'll get 4 rods out on bottom and have a go, isn't it? You know. I've been getting a bit anxious about getting this first taupe out this year, but I think I had a word with myself yesterday. I just decided to just chill out a bit, Carl. When it happens, it happens. You know, you don't do yourself any favours getting anxious about it and willing it to happen. Just enjoy it, isn't it, until it does.
That's when it will happen.
Yeah, so we'll see what happens today. I'm not making any predictions. I'll be happy with him.
Please don't.
I want to get huss number 30 for the year. Right, so we'll see you on the mark. So we're here, insect mackerel straight away. I've had 3 on after about 10 casts. It's a nice one, that one. Have a few more casts, try and get some more. Get in. Nice one, Jay. Just got a string full. We had 5 on, 1 dropped off. We've only been spinning for 10 minutes. Just the point, I'll spin you around. Nice one, Jay, get in. Point, we've had a seal in front of us. I love it when I go fishing and someone goes, that's why there's no fish here, because there's a seal. No, there's fish here because there's a seal. As this is just proving now. And if we've caught more mackerel in a short space of time than we've caught on any of the other marks we've fished this last couple of days. Is that an octopus or some weed?
Right.
Down there. That's some weed. I just saw something brown in water that looked like, you know, with like a piece of kelp. So yeah, we've had a fantastic start. We're going to keep quite a few because I think we're going to save some for winter and what have you. Yeah, Jay's got an empty freezer, so we'll be quite greedy today. Yeah, but I don't begrudge people keeping mackerel at all, me. You know, we haven't had it as good as this year, so we're going to capitalise on it and make the most of them. You know, if we get any undersized ones, they'll be going back, so that's it. He's into them again. Big one, that one there as well. They're all big ones. Jump to look and we can get cast back out. Yeah, no worries. And again, leaving it to Jay for a minute. Get in, Jay. One dropped off. Oh no, it's still there. Nice one. Right, I'm going to hook him. I'll hook him. We've got more mackerel. I'm that good. I've hooked one through gills on my main line. How have I done that? That's not even hooked.
This is mental, this.
Right, we've had 51 mackerel in an hour and 20. Not bad, is it? So I'm going to probably keep 10 to, well, but we'll just see what we use today. We're putting 10 aside for bait, then the rest are going back and being put in freezer. So we might have a few more casts just to get a few more. It gets hard, guys, you know, it does, you know. You're better off keeping 50 you've caught yourself than buying 50 from the shop, I tell you. You are. Yeah, more stress on trawlers and all that, more demand. And obviously getting through here with fuel and stuff like that, bait's an added cost on top of that, isn't it? So, just put in the comments what you feel, you know, about keeping a lot of mackerel in a session. Sometimes people put posts on forums and stuff and they get slated for it. Yeah, all mackerel we get will get used. So. Just comment on it as well about the huss, unhooking the huss and stuff with blood on its gob. Put a comment, fire a comment on. Good or bad. Got the rods out on the bottom. Just got 2 rods out at the minute. It's quite a tide run at the moment. I dropped a huss, I think, on the first bait up. Just lock that up a little bit. Got a ferocious current ripping to the right at the minute. It's a bit awkward at the minute to put 2 rods out, so let's see how we get on. And we'll assess it and put 2 rods out when we can. All 4 rods out. All big baits, all big rigs. Just waiting for a run now. Got 2 obviously out this way, 2 right out into the main tide run there. So yeah, fingers crossed. iconic rock, this for me. This is where I learnt to fish. Got my first fish ever off this slopey rock here. Float fishing into this gully here. Very good memories. Place that keeps giving, really. Like I said, I've dropped a huss. I've had a couple of hussy bites as well. They just don't seem to be committing. Obviously, if you've got a big bait on, they just chew, don't they? See what happens. A couple hours off low now. We'll fish it probably to an hour after low. Jay's just got a few more bits to throw in just to get that scent trickle going. Right, not much is happening really. Got about 2 hours left of the session. I need something to change dramatically.
Hopefully there's a few totes from about, that's why all the things are feeding.
Yeah. I had that one bite at the start with, it definitely felt like there was a huss on, but like it can happen sometimes with them, you don't look quite as well as what we'd like them to. It seems quite noticeable with the O'Shaughnessy's, just a bit thick sometimes.
That's what happened to me yesterday, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Got a great bite, felt like a contact on it.
Then it just spat the hook or whatever.
Yeah.
So just waiting for one at reels to go off. We had to retreat a little bit higher up at the rocks as well because there's some big waves just started appearing out of nowhere. They've gone.
I thought we were going to get drenched on
Yeah,
first one.
they're gone again. We were down on that flat rock that I mentioned, and we were like just sat there. I looked up and there were a wave that were higher than the rock. Luckily, the backwash off of one that were rolling back off like the rock quelled it down. But for a minute,
Saved our bacon.
I thought all gear were going to get washed in. Yeah, it's just which rod? Oh yeah, right. We might have a bite on one at. Just had a little bit of a jerky bite on one at rods. It's just tappity tap. I think even sometimes with the huss, the bites are pretty tentative. We'll see what happens anyway. If anything happens, obviously back on camera. Yeah, I've got mackerel flopper on that. We'll be back on camera if anything happens, guys. Ready for the year, guys. Jay's just landed in for me now.
About 7 or 8.
Yeah, nice one, Jay. Cheers. We'll bring her aboard and we'll get a picture with her. Right, guys, nice horse 30 foot year. We'll give her a kiss and we're going to put back. Thank you. Flosh.
Off she goes.
Off she goes. You can see her tail flick away. Nice release. I know it sounds like it was a bit of a splosh, but head first, no problem. Nice one. It's a low tide, but can you hear the sea? Just a noise.
That again from my things pick up.
Yeah, nice us that, swam off alright. Hopefully things pick up now. But the sea, it's just, like I say, we had to retreat. So, well, we'll get another bait out and let's try and get another fish. Hopefully Jay picks something up in a bit. Fingers crossed.
Not on the breath.
I've got another one as well now. Same bait, literally 2 minutes on. They've been out 2 minutes and we did it again. Jay's just been bit. Right. Landing it. Well, let's do a rig right. Well, I'm not going to mess about with this one. We'll get her an hook. Well, we'll show you how you hook her and then we'll get her put back. Right, yeah. It's a feisty us. It's well hooked. I'm 10 okey. Just get her under control. Pull the blood's Jay's back way, I think. Get the hook round.
Yeah.
This is a feisty us, this. Put it back.
Because it will last food round.
Yeah, they don't. Sometimes a bit. Oh, that's it.
Might have even been up the cut.
Yeah. They're not as lively as this. They're kind of I'm not even going to bother trying to get a picture with it. Look, they're trying to bite me. Right, let's get a put back.
We've had some savage ones, haven't we? Just
obviously, it is best if you can support the stomach when you carry holding them, but
yeah, you take that player.
That she goes. Right, same bait that one, tail section off. So I'm gonna get cast back out. We're back on camera in a minute. So I had two or some back-to-back bait ups. He's winding me up. On same bait ups tail section. both had a decent account of themselves. It just proves again with a chum it does work out. It really works well for us. Jay did all hard work of slicing bait up and throwing it in. I did all hard work of catching fish. Cheers, Jay. Yeah, he got his hand bit as well. That was just because the rig were tangled up round the fish. It come in like backside first, if you like. He's gone to try and get the fish, but the rig spun and the fish's mouth was there. They're not going to bite your finger off out like that though. So we're still waiting for Mr. Tope. I think he might miss us again. We've got an hour and a half left. I think I might be getting a bite on this left-hand rod actually. Not sure. I had two in the same spot didn't I as well?
Yeah, we were spaced for 20 minutes.
Yeah, back-to-back bait ups.
I think it's the same fish.
The second one, I cast it out. I felt my weight at the bottom. The tide running to the left, and as soon as I think it must have picked it up as soon as it hit the bottom. Because as soon as I put the rod rest, I was getting a bite.
I think that tide one dropped now.
Yeah, it has. My line's gone back a bit right here now, or like settled better. It was being pulled into rocks to the left a minute ago. Yeah, I just can't get rid of the husk, can I? I tried yesterday, the husk I caught yesterday was on a pulley rig. I was just trying it. I used the Albright knot for the bike trace, but then I run a bit of 200-pound line to the first snood swivel, if you like, and it was like probably, in fact, Paul, if you're watching, the hook snood was 36 inches and the rig body was approximately the same. So basically we're a longer pulley rig than what I've been using. And I think that's the one that we're bleeding, the husk that I'm bleeding now, that I'm on about. I think that's why the hook had gone so far into it. Obviously, as you see, it's quite easy to unhook usually. Well, easy to unhook, get a player on long nose pliers. If they go into gills, that's where they're going to bleed into it. So yeah, 2 us yesterday, 2 us today. It's not pointing towards getting a tope this session so far. Not for us. It's a big one, that one, Mike. It's longer. Can all look here. Get all this flat stuff here. We'll have to get the pliers, we will do. I think it might be advisable now. Come on. Just a bit of a point here.
See, it's in a gill again, this.
Unlike the last one, the hook here was in between the gills. Just check where the hook is. I was able to pop it out with my thumb. If you start grabbing at that with pliers, you're going to make a bad job of hooking it. Yeah, just check where the hook is.
32 now.
32. Yeah. Nice us. Get a put back, try and get something else.
I'll stand here to video release, I don't want to put your rod down.
Straight down, no worries. Nice one. Just had a conger now. It's only a small strap. Felt like a husk at first. He was awaiting a fish to get the hook out.
It's nice look. Horrible
nice look
to hold on.
Yeah. Just on the swish quid up with O'Shaughnessy in your hand, couldn't you? Ideally, Jake, you just let a bit of line off that.
As I say, when I got 2 hands. We're going to try and check it to lot.
You can, yeah. They're mad.
Jet skis.
Yeah.
There he goes.
Somebody come this line now. Get a quick rebait, one more rebait now, then we're off. So, see, Mr. Tope's probably going to miss us again, but we'll keep going. Yeah, I've just been thinking, like, just having a chat with Jay about, is it normal to kiss your catch and throw it back? I used to watch Rex Hunt, you know, on Discovery Channel back in the day. He used to do it all the time. If anyone's got any thoughts on that, put them in the comments as always. So yeah, no taupe. It's not looking very good for a taupe. We've got about 20 minutes left. Tried really hard. I don't know if I mentioned, I think we had 56 mackerel in the end. We did put 2 back because they were undersized. Keeping them for tougher days. So yeah, when I caught, yeah, we've got some bait for like next few months and that. It's tough going. It's been tough going on the taupe front. I mean, when I've caught taupe on this mark, it's always been a bit more. The water clarity's always been a bit murky, you know. It's absolutely crystal clear at the moment, which is good for the spinning. But I think when we get more into autumn, usually by this time it's usually started happening. When we get usually more into autumn, you get like the water clarity sort of isn't as good because there's been more rainfall, and I don't know if that's got anything to do with it. Makes the taupe have to look more to feed. You know, they're not finding it's easy just to plough into shoulder mackerel when there's in clear water. You know, maybe they're having to scour the seabed more in tougher conditions when there's been a few storms as well mixed in with this rainfall. I don't know. It's got to have something to do with it. I think I've only ever caught a couple when it's been crystal clear.
Other side to it is all the bait might be on the bottom trying to pick all stuff up on the bottom. When it's a bit rough though.
Yeah.
Well, quite a bit more rough weather.
Yeah. So I don't know. There's obviously something in it. There's got to be something in it. Because I never normally get a run till, well, August, last couple of years. But usually it'd be September. I think it's proved to me this year that it's not really worth bulking your terminal tackle up too much till August, really, on these marks, on this section of the Limb Peninsula. I mean, I'm pretty sure if you'd get away with it on the odd occasion, wouldn't you, fish with 150 pound hook length in mono. There's no point in just throwing wire. I was bit my tongue there. There's no point in just throwing wire in the sea constantly, is there? For no reason. And we've still got a few more sessions left of this this year. Of course, we have. This will be the last one for a few weeks now, though, I think. Yeah, last year we started getting them in October, end of October. Yeah, I'll get them. Yeah. October, November last year. It was same September. Some liners go for rods then, yeah. It was same in September last year when we fished on Cardiac Hill and stuff. Once we were struggling. Yeah. Just congers once everywhere we were fishing. I had enough back my rig body.
Johnny can't catch it.
Yeah. So we'll just see what happens. I mean, I hope you enjoyed this video. If nothing else happens, that'll be it, really. So, yeah. But we've had a good time. It's been really awesome for mackerel. It's been quite exciting getting mackerel. You know what it's like when you get a string full of mackerel. It's been good fun for that, but everything else has been a bit disappointing. But we'll just take it forward and see what happens. So, yeah, thank you very much. See you in the next one. Let's say bye, Jay.